Kuhn Cassius, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're in Liverpool, ahead of tomorrow night's show from the M&S Bank Arena, formerly known as the Echo Arena.
Yes.
Bit of trivia. I'm joined by, I don't know.
It's good for a pub quiz, that is.
It is actually. Tom Hardy, Keanu Reeves, Shane Ward, Dave Allen.
I'm anyone you want me to be, Cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
I wasn't sure at first. I think I just got a little bit of getting used to, but now I'm used to it. It actually quite suits you.
I went in there, I showed him a picture of you. I said, can you do this to me? And he said, yeah. Good thing is I've got not bigging myself up, I've got a nice round shaped head. There's no like bumps or anything. So that was a touch. You know, like when he's doing it, he was like, you sure you want to do this? I was like, yeah, no worries. And it's just like, zzz, all of it come.
It's the quickest haircut you can have.
Yeah.
Especially like the one tone. You haven't gone in.
I haven't even faded, have I?
No, you've just gone one tone.
Should I have faded?
No, I think to open, like as a starter, that's fine.
Just
but
go
then
in.
You might
like,
want to get a little bit adventurous with the sides.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing in life. You got to take some big leaps sometimes.
Dip your toes in.
And I feel like that's what I've done with my hair this weekend. You know, I've jumped in that river.
What's the real reason you got it done?
Well, nothing. I just wanted something different. Everyone looks the same, don't they? And I wanted, everyone compares me to Eddie, so I thought I've got to be completely different to him. He couldn't do it with his hairline, could he? So.
Oh, that's a cheap shot.
I thought I'd go a bit different, So.
That's good. I like that. What did he say about your hair anyway?
He rang me. Actually, I just spoke to him then, and he said, "What the fuck have you done to your barnet? You look, yeah."
What did he say? Go on.
No.
You can't say it.
No. I said you're just jealous because you couldn't do this. Because obviously, when you've had a hair transplant, it's quite hard to go short.
Has he had one?
I'm joking.
No, but somebody tweeted a picture of
I know,
him
that's why I said
from a few years ago. And
he hasn't had a hair transplant.
Is he just become cleverer with the way he styles it?
You can do that, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
So it's just like the way you brush it. Now I don't have to worry about all that.
No.
Just like you could. Get out. Do you put wax in that?
No, I hate putting wax in hair.
Get out of bed, bosh. Like I woke up like this.
There we go. Win-win.
Yeah.
Back in Liverpool. I think
been a long time.
First time since Carl Greco.
Yeah. Last September.
No,
last April.
April.
Sorry, Calm Boxing. Yeah, last April. It's been a long time, but it's shown that we've had a bit of a break, and we're going to have like about 8,000 people in there tomorrow night in the M&S Bank Arena. It's going to be absolutely rocking in there. So good.
Build-up's been quite eventful this week with quite a little bit unexpected from David Price and Cash Ali yesterday, and obviously the ongoing saga between Fitzgerald and Fowler.
Yeah.
Bit of drama today that took 3 times for Fitzgerald to make the weight, but he eventually did, so that's kind of a closed matter now. But and obviously Liam Smith and Sam Eggington, Philip Bowes, Tom Farrell,
Robbie Davis Jr.,
Joe Hughes. It's just
it's rammed.
Stacked.
Ramo, stacked. What a card.
Stacked.
What a night.
Stacked. Whose phone's that?
It's not mine, mate. Must be yours.
Might be. Wonder who that is.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go on.
I reckon it's. I've just got an Uber popped up on my phone, and it's Emily.
It's my girlfriend.
It's your girlfriend. I mean, look at that. Crazy.
What are the chances?
Eh?
How involved are you with the design stuff?
Yeah, very involved. Very involved with the design business. Yeah. Set up our team out in America. Got 10 people in an office in New York.
Is more of your work kind of...
No, they split across the both.
Split across?
Yeah, so split across both of the businesses. Well, all of our businesses, Italy as well, and in the other markets we're launching soon. So, yeah, heavily involved in the design business, or from a Matchroom perspective.
Do you know when people say kind of... the emphasis seems to have been since the Zone launched for their first show back in October, that the emphasis of quality of shows, etc., has been kind of weighted towards the Zone shows ahead of the UK shows. Do you agree with that or not?
No, not at all. I mean, you look at the last weekend, or go all the way back to, Peterborough. What a great next gen fight night we had there. The last weekend, Charlie Edwards defending his world title. Joshua Boazzi, Lawrence Okoli on there, Lewis Ritson. And now this weekend we've got 8,000 people crammed into the M&S Bank Arena. Again, drop that in. Can I get some free vouchers, M&S? So I don't think you can say the eye has been taken off, the UK market whatsoever. I think people look at some of the UK fighters going to the US, but that's because there's some certain opportunities out there that work for them, and it's not a hidden fact. There's a lot of money in the US, but we're still delivering, I believe, in the UK, and we're still working tirelessly as we would have done before, to make sure it's at the highest quality.
When Golovkin announced his deal with DAZN, co-promotional deal with DAZN, I tweeted and said, it's mad to think in the last kind of 5 or 6 months for a company that literally no one had heard of in boxing prior to their launch, which is fair to say if you've followed them in specific countries for football in Italy, etc., then possibly, but in boxing they were a complete unknown quantity. What they've done in a very short space of time and the fighters they've acquired is quite impressive, to be honest. There's always going to be fighters that kind of reluctant to kind of change their situations, i.e. we found out with Deontay Wilder rejecting advances from DAZN, but all in all, pretty pleasing for them, I'm assuming. Yeah,
what they've done with their business, they've invested so heavily into the sport of boxing, which is great for the fight fans, and they want to make a difference. They want to change the sport in the in the US, take away from that pay-per-view market in the United States, and they've shown they've put the money up. They've invested in their team, they've invested in their marketing, and they've gone in very heavily. And with it, as you say, within 6 months, the position they're in now is amazing. And can you imagine where they'll be in 2, 3, 4 years' time if this is what collectively they're and we are doing as a whole now? So,
well, surely over the space of 2 or 3 years, the kind of money that's being reportedly, use that word, floated about, can't sustain that kind of.
Yeah, I mean, look, everyone, especially in the US market, is going against each other at the minute. You've got ESPN Top Rank. They're spending a lot of money. Al Heyman, PBC are doing the same. Golden Boy. So who knows if it can last? I mean, it's a great time for the boxers, but I think the sport will carry on thriving. Whether the market or the rate of what fighters are receiving stays the same, who knows? But it's brilliant for them, and that's what we're in the business. That's what we're all in the business for. Competition's great for it.
I know we do quite a few interviews, or one a month.
Yeah, one a month. That's the rule, isn't it?
That's the rule.
From my publicist.
Your publicist, Emily.
Yeah. I'm completely whipped.
But I'm not 100% convinced that kind of everyone knows exactly what you do.
Okay. Do you want me to explain it?
Well, yeah, I would actually again, because it's probably been a while since you explained it, probably in one of our early interviews, of your actual day-to-day roles, and we know you have the title of CEO.
Yeah.
But explain exactly kind of what you do day to day.
Okay, so I am Chief Executive Officer of the Matchroom Boxing group of companies, which is Matchroom Boxing Italy, Matchroom Boxing USA. I oversee our day-to-day sort of management and team of people. We've probably got 30 to 35 staff now, full-time around the world, and that's continuously growing. So I oversee our day-to-day management with our teams, financial side of our business, contractual side, and boxing events, and looking at how we can continually improve what we do in events, and also, sort of spend a lot of time with the fighters, a bit of everything, to be honest. But I think my key role is to manage the growth of our business and the continued growth of the Matchroom Boxing brand.
Just going back to contracts, so are you involved on all levels of contracts, from your Joshuas to your pro debutants?
Yeah. So promotional agreements with kids coming out the amateurs all the way through to the biggest fights that we've made. So yeah, it's an interesting job. You know, I think what's great about what we do is you get so much job satisfaction because you're in a business where you see from day one what you create, not just you personally, but as a whole, as a group of people, you create these events and you get to see it from its inception of signing a contract all the way through to putting on an event for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 90,000 people. So that's great. And also the side of it, building these fighters from nothing, not nothing, but from zero, pro in the pro game, all the way up to winning world titles. And that's why it's so good because, as I say, a lot of businesses, you don't get to see the end product, and we do in what we do.
When an offer needs to be made to see if a fighter's interested, are you involved in that initial stage as well, before kind of the contract side?
Yeah,
like the initial offer.
Yeah, I work closely with Eddie on it, you know, across.
But do the offers come from him, or could they come from you?
Depends who has the relate. You know, sometimes a lot of the time from him, because a lot of people want to talk to Eddie because of his position. But you know, I deal with a lot of people. We've got we've got a lot of different partners and people we've worked with over the years. So we all send out different offers. And we're all, we're involved in everything that goes on. So
from years ago, obviously, people just kind of dealt with Barry, and then over the years, I suppose Eddie has kind of taken over 95% of that, and then in the years to come, you'll be the same.
Yeah, I think
people will be like, "Oh, you deal with Frank Smith."
No. We're quite a good, team. It's not like an arrogant business, not egotistical business. We just want to get the job done. So, we all work together to make sure it happens.
It's that's a nice line, isn't it?
What? Practice that.
No, but I think one of our earlier interviews probably
didn't explain it very well.
Probably you had on here. I don't know if you've done it anywhere else, but you haven't explained it as clear as that. People might just literally think Frank just rocks up, stands in pictures.
Do you know what I do? I try to do less on the operations of our business now because I'm travelling a lot. I want to let people get on with what they do, and I sort of deal with business as a whole and work closely with Eddie on that. So actually day to day, I spend a lot more time now at venues looking around and trying to look at it from like a fan's perspective. So that's why you'll probably see, and hopefully people are seeing, we're really trying to improve what we deliver people, because there's so much competition in the market now. Again, it's not about getting complacent, it's about carry on growing, building, and just making the shows better and better.
And that could be from an event in Wembley to an event in Peterborough. I'm talking about from the scale of crowd.
Yeah. No, but it's important to us, whether it's 1,000 people or 90,000 people. We want 100% of those people to have a great night. And I think the strength we have as a business, Matchroom Sport as a company, with the dart, with PDC, World Snooker, boxing, all our other, Matchroom multi-sport gymnastics, etc. We do, I think it's something like 600 odd event days a year. So we've got the strength of looking at what works at all of these events, what doesn't work, and we can take things, it's different sports, so different fan base, but we can take things from other events and try them at the boxing. And I think that's our strength, is we're not just a boxing, a lot of people in boxing all they know is boxing, which is great. They don't have a clue how to put on an event, they don't know how to put on a show. And that's the business, put on a show and build it. And that's where I think we're very good compared to our competitors.
So are you second in command in the whole kind of Matchroom boxing empire?
I guess so.
Like, who's above you?
Yeah.
Eddie, that's it. So you're second in command. If we're discounting Barry for a second.
Yeah, Barry sits, boxing's here, and then Matchroom Sport,
Yeah, so just Matchroom boxing, you're second in command.
I guess so, cool.
So no one has the power apart from Eddie Hearn to sack you?
Probably. I mean, Bazza does.
Yeah.
But I'm on the board of Matchroom Sport as well now.
How many people on the board?
6.
It's mad, isn't it? And you're one of them. So your vote counts.
I don't know.
Have you been in a voting scenario before with the board? Do they do that?
They're not really voted. I mean, I'm on the board of Matchroom Boxing USA since we launched last year, and Matchroom Boxing Limited and Matchroom Sport, which is our parent company.
Do you have the power to sack people and hire people?
I don't like sacking people.
Which suggests that you have. What about hiring?
I hire people. I hire a lot of people. I get a lot of stick from Eddie. He says all I do is hire people. We brought in about 5, 6 people in the UK in the last 5 months.
Can you name them?
Can I name them? Mason Kiley.
Who is?
Our new videographer.
Yes. Oh, the
Yep.
dude with the glasses.
Dude with the glasses.
Yeah.
Adam Insan, who's our new graphic designer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Adders.
Yeah. Darren Flewers is our new full-time
It's
head
kind of rehired.
Yeah, but like he wasn't. He was just sort of part-time. Now he's full-time.
Yeah.
Bella Gay, she's just joined us.
Bella,
on the ticketing and etc.
Bells, yeah.
You know that, and then let me just remember this last one because I don't think the other person hasn't started yet, so I'm not going to reveal just yet. And then we've got a couple more starting in a few months as well. So it's a good, our business now is growing. Is about growing our brand and bringing in the right people to run their certain areas. So you say about taking our eye off the UK market. We've got so many more people coming in now to take up various roles and to carry on growing the sport that I think we're in a very good place.
Okay. Your next show will be in LA.
Yeah, we got Lomachenko Crawler, April 12th. We got then we got the O2 show the week after. Dave Allen, Derek Chisora, load more on that.
Before that, after that. Sorry,
after that, Amir Khan.
Amir Khan. Would you all be there for?
Yeah, I'm going out there with Amir.
26th in LA.
26th in LA. 26th in Florence. 2 shows that night. May 4th, Canelo Jacobs, huge night that one. And then we're just firming up our,
Any movement on the Chicago date? Could it go 25th still?
Yeah, we're just firming it all up at the minute. I think early next week we'll make an announcement.
But is there a chance that goes on the 25th?
We just got some meetings early next week to firm everything up for that show. So it'll be new soon. Then the big one June 1st.
What's that again?
Some heavyweight from the UK. I think he broke some records in America.
What records?
Some ticket sales records. Apparently he doesn't,
I do notice there's a record for everything though, isn't there?
Huh?
There is a record for everything, isn't there?
What do you mean? Of course there is, isn't there?
No, but every time there is
This might be the record longest interview with Frank Smith.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, but there is a record. But records are there to be broken. It was.
How's the online abuse, by the way, Frank?
I'm blocking out the haters at the minute. I don't really look at it, to be honest. It drives me on when I do see it, to carry on. So think about Dave from Doncaster and Harry from Huddersfield.
I know both of them.
Do you?
They're fans
mocking mocking something about me.
Yeah. Well, listen, everyone's entitled to their...
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Exactly, and that's the great thing about this world. Everyone has an opinion. Some of them are relevant, but everyone has one. Well, how's your online haters?
I mean, it's...
Do you know who's going really well at the minute? From a hater perspective? Eddie. He's getting little hate.
Yeah, now you've said that, it's gonna...
Yeah. Can you just give him a, just...
No, but I kind of see, like the likes and dislikes on videos is kind of an indication of not if they've even liked the interview. Some people don't even watch the interview.
No, they just don't like something.
They don't like someone, so they dislike it. I know that's
maybe they will think I'm someone different because of this.
Possibly.
And they won't take a view until they watch this interview.
Of course.
So
it's getting better, I think.
What is?
Your online popularity.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think most people, if they just take you for what you are, which is relatively inoffensive, you do your job, you like to...
I like that. How would you describe yourself? I'm relatively inoffensive.
You are, aren't you?
I'm just a happy
Yeah, you're very good company on a night out.
Yeah, I'm happy-go-lucky chappy.
And yeah.
I just want everyone.
Just inoffensive. I just couldn't, Oh, that's Frank.
Yeah, just like I want everyone to have a laugh, don't I? Good.
Yeah.
Like and that's what life should all be about. Basically, people, have a lovely weekend. Go out, kiss your girlfriend, and just enjoy yourself.
With consent.
Yeah, yeah. Well, why do you have to say it? Like, if she's your girlfriend, you normally got consent. Like,
well, I'm a bit worried now.
But go out, have a lovely weekend. If you're in Liverpool, come along. There's some £40 tickets on the door. Get down there. It's going to be absolutely rocking, and you can come and have a selfie with me.
Life's good. Frank Smith and your new haircut, or Barnet, for people down up north rather don't know what Barnet is. Frank, explain to them the Cockney rhyming slang.
Barnet, it's a place in London.
Yeah, and the rest of it?
Why is it called a Barnet?
God. Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know.
Frank, come on, mate.
What's the reason?
Barnet Fair.
It's the Barnet Fair, isn't it? So they've got a new Barnet Fair.
Barnet Fair is the Cockney rhyming slang for hair.
Makes no sense.
Most of them don't.
They do, like apples and pears.
What the fuck has apples and pears got to do with stairs?
Huh?
What's that got to do with stairs?
I don't know, but I know that one, so it makes sense.
Barnet Fair, how?
But what's Barnet Fair?
I think it was a fair back in the 40s, like a really famous fair in Barnet. I might have made that last bit up, but it is Barnet Fair. That is true.
Barnet Fair.
Yeah.
We haven't really spoken about boxing much, have we?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
People just tune in anyway.
Yeah. It's more of a reality show, this.
Of course. Frank Smith, thank you very much. Have you got anything else you'd like to add before we enter? Enter? Before we
enter what?
No, before we end.
Before we enter, I'd just like to say thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you lasted the full hog.
22 minutes.
22 minutes, exactly. And tune in tomorrow night. Sky Sports. Is it the 30th of March tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Any clashing shows?
No.
Sky Sports.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.